Okay, then people, on the last video, we saw how the difference between closing tags and self-closing tags. So yeah, so in this tutorial, I'll be showing you on how to link a CSS file and how to style your web page. So for now, our web page is kind of like messy. So as you can see, it's very messy. So we need to go back to our code and format that quickly. So we just take this one and then put it as an instruction there, and then remove this because it will be a form. So and then what we would want to have is a form um, element. So this is one of the elements that I left out, um, which are very important to have, especially if you are dealing with back end, but we'll get there soon enough. um okay, so I've moved that um and then maybe let's give our form a title, maybe h2, maybe let's call it sign up. And then as you can see, sign up, and then please fill out the form, and then everything is there. Okay, so now what we would want to do is to have a CSS on our file. We can do that three ways to style our web page. Is by using the style attribute on our elements. So like the style, sorry about that, the style, and then we can just say the background color of our ground color of our page, to be maybe blue, you know. Okay, so it's a little bit slow. So I'm showing you on how to style your web page using the style attribute. So I just move that to our form so that you can see the changes. I will style our form. I'm using the style attribute, and then here I'm specifying the background color blue. Then we need to refresh that. Let's give it a minute. Okay, so this is our form, and everything looks messy, so I'm just showing you how to do task, and then you can just move on and then be creative in terms of like the background color, because this takes time. And then if I want to style this sign up form, I'll have to also add the style attribute, which is we want to align the text align on the center. We want to place it on the center, so that so as you can see, our sign up text has moved. So but I don't recommend this kind of styling unless it's just specific elements you want to style. So I will remove that. I will show you the second way on how to style your web page. Let's just say I have a style element. So now we're dealing with a style element, not the style attribute. So there's a difference between the style attribute and the style elements. So now, how do you reference these input? It's simple. All you have to do is to type the name of the input, such as this one is called body. I can get that one simple by saying body, and then for you to style it, it's a little bit different here. All you have to do is to add these kind of brackets, and then just say background color, and then you need to have a column and also the semicolon, and then maybe let's just say again blue, but this time it will style the whole body because the whole text is inside of our what you call body. So as you can see, that is the whole body. So let me just decrease that because I think that's too much. Okay, so it's a little bit slow. I also don't recommend styling your elements inside of an HTML file. The way that I'm recommending is the third one, which I will be doing currently. So as you can see, okay, this is better. We can see our text and everything. Um, and then when you want to grab the form, you can just say again form, um, and then give it a width. So we are minusing the width to maybe 50%, and then I'm gonna just do a background color so that you can be able to see the difference. So I'll use the this one. So as you can see, this is only the form. I'm just showing you the basics, and then I need to do, I need to have a width of 100% for the body, and then the height you must specify that it must be auto. And then here I can say if I want to maybe place our form maybe here around somewhere, I just have to say margin, sorry about that, margin, and then I can say auto, so it will kind of like sort itself out in terms of what it's in the center. So yeah, and then I can just say text align to align all the text that is inside of our form. As you can see, everything is on the center, and then maybe let's just say I want to cut off the edges on the form so that it can be a little bit um you know appealing. So I can just say border and then minus the radius, and then maybe I can cut it off by 5%. So as you can see, the edges kind of like um changed. So yep. So I don't recommend using this, but what I would say you need to do is to have you can just name it whatever you want, and then all you have to add is a .css, which is the extension for the CSS file. And then I'll be moving all the code from there because the syntax is the same. And then I'll be deleting it and then removing this element. Although I don't need the element here, I just need the code. I just need the code. But if you can see that the changes are not showing on the side, so in order for you to do that, you need to, on your index file, have a link. You can even do it on the head element. You have a link which is called CSS, and then here you need to specify the name of the file that you want to link with. So in this case, mine is called style.css, and then also this one is called style.css. If you are wondering in terms of why I'm using these shortcuts is that on Visual Studio Code we have extensions, and then all you have to do you'll have to press on this icon and then type HTML snippet. So as you can see, there it is, and then it will show up something like this. But here, all you have to do is to press install, and then it will say installing. So it will be installing, and then here is kind of like the documentation in terms of how to use the HTML boilerplate. But I'm installing the wrong one, so I just showing you in terms of how to install the HTML snippet. Just click on the HTML snippet. So it says installing. So if I can click on the HTML snippet, there is a little bit documentation there, you can read about it. So it's not low, it's loading slow on my side. I think it's the network. So if you want to install extensions, you'll have to have data. So as you can see, the status changed from install to having the settings icon. So yeah, that will allow you to use the boilerplate, like saying link, then it will appear, and then what you want to have is the CSS. So yeah, that is handy sometimes if you want code faster. And then if I can just show you the changes, as you can see, it just appeared. So that is how we styled um our page using the CSS. So on the next tutorial, I'll be showing you on how to uniquely identify each element on your web page. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. So yeah, see you on the next tutorial. Ikaw ang explain